Yes, dear students, now the next paragraph is on these expeditions there is no sleep for two reasons. For one, there is no nightfall. Further, sightings could happen anytime and you would get about 10 minutes to wear at least 5 layers of clothing and your boots and jump onto zodiacs to see the wildlife that had been spotted. It was one such morning at 2 a.m. that some of us whizzed to a glacier to spot a polar bear. When you come that close to an animal in its natural habitat, the experience is truly magical. We were in the middle of the ocean, freezing to death when we watched a polar bear sit for hours on end and trudge away eventually. We also saw a bearded seal lazing on another piece of flat ice. We spent almost 4 days in the region in the coldest and the fiercest weather. There were glacial walks galore, and it was on one of these walks that we encountered reindeer, which is larger than its depictions in pretty Santa Claus pictures. So, dear students, now difficult words will mark and I'll explain you meaning of these words from this paragraph. The first one is nightfall. Nightfall is a dusk or onset of night. The second one is sightings. Sightings is that's the act of catching sight of something. Then we have glacial walks. Glacial walks is walk on the glaciers. Another is galore. Galore means in great numbers. So now I would like to explain you this paragraph, and on these journeys what the author is just talking about, that on these journey they couldn't sleep. Why they couldn't sleep? Because of two reasons. The firstly, they were not having nightfall, and secondly, sightings could take place anytime, due to which they would only get 10 minutes to get ready and move to see the wildlife on zodiac. He is talking about one experience when he got up at 2 a.m. to spot a polar bear, and he described further that it's really a great experience to see an animal in its natural habitat. He further talked about one incident in which where they were in the middle of ocean freezing to death, where polar bear could easily sit for hours, and also they saw a bearded seal. They spent 4 days there. They did glacial walk also in great number, and in those among those walk, what happened, they met with reindeer, which is really very larger that it is seen in Santa Claus pictures. Yes, now the next and the last paragraph of this chapter. I came away with an experience that I can never do full justice to in words. In the lives we lead, we often forgot about the charm and and ruthlessness of unspoiled nature. Both sit elegantly. For me, the Arctic was not just an expedition, it was the beginning of another life, one in which you move away from the usual and seek what is often ignored. Yes, now, dear students, in this word which is very difficult to understand, I'm just telling you the meaning of those words. The first is ruthlessness, it is having no compassion or pity. The next word which is in this, that is elegantly. Elegantly means in graceful and stylish manner. So what is there in this paragraph? The author is just talking about his one experience, and he is saying that he had one experience from his trip to North Pole which he can't explain in words, that in their life, real life, lives, we always forget charm and don't show pity on this nature. He said that this was not a journey for him but beginning of another life in which people try to find which is ignored. Thank you.